We were a few days ago, attorney Chris Merrill and I were talking about a situation that was what happens when somebody dies intestate. And I had the bulk of the answers, but there was some fine tuning there that I didn't know off the top of my head. And I heard her call you. So she's got you on a speakerphone. And man, she, caught you cold, caught you off guard. She's asking you these intestate questions, and you're ticking off the answers for her. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going, that's good. That's really good.
I was trying, but it's hard when you don't have all the facts. I'm trying to gather what I can.
I'm trying to remember. There was one unique twist to that intestate that I can't remember what it was, but do you remember what it was offhand?
I don't off the top of my head because when she called me, I was in the middle of doing something and I was just trying to answer as quickly as possible.
So intestate succession is what happens when somebody passes away without a will. It's called their die intestate. And in that situation, Florida statutes writes a will for that person. And tell us what happens, who gets it in intestate succession.
It depends. Because it depends on who the decedent is survived by. Whether there's a spouse, children, siblings, it depends on who are the decedent's heirs.
Well, let's say that the spouse was married. Who gets it in that situation?
Well, if there's children and all the children are in common with the spouse, then the spouse gets 100%.
Absolutely.
But if there are children outside of the marriage, then the spouse gets 50% and then the children split the remaining 50.
Exactly. And let's say that somebody passes away and does not have a spouse. What happens to their wealth under Florida intestate laws?
Then the first place you go is see if there's any children.
And if they don't have any kids, where does it all go to?
Parents.
And if the parents are deceased?
Siblings.
Exactly.
And also, too, you have to look at when you get to the sibling mark, whether or not the siblings are half siblings or are they full blood siblings.
Exactly. That can make a difference.
It can. I had that situation last year, actually, for like the first time, because it's a little bit unusual because you're mostly dealing with spouses, kids, that's the majority, but I had that half situation.
Well, of course, we always believe that everybody should have a will. And if you've got a will in place, what the Florida intestate laws say don't really matter. But sometimes people do pass away without a will. And we got to look to the Florida statutes for the answers.
Absolutely.